What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazique, aka Unique Mazique, and it is my pleasure to speak to all-time boxing great and obviously successful businessman Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd, I gotta ask you just off the top, like, if we're looking at what your mantra would be for like business, athletics, fitness, all of that, what would that be?
Continue to believe in yourself. If no one believes in you, and continue to hustle.
Yeah. The hustle is real. The hustle is something that always translates no matter what you do. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
Yes,
Um, you have stayed in excellent physical condition uh
yes.
throughout, obviously your career. I don't remember ever seeing a fight where I looked at you and was like, Floyd is not in greatest shape. Or
Well,
even if he
probably,
wasn't,
probably the exhibitions, but
yeah,
still, it's one thing in exhibitions. My body wasn't looking like when I was competing at the highest level, but still, I
mhm,
didn't have a pop belly. So,
right. And
you know,
this ain't the
that,
90s. So I understand.
that was very, very important. So,
Yeah.
just to be able to compete, for so many years. I think now every once in a while I do an exhibition. So if we talk about exhibitions as well as real fights, it's been 29 years
Yeah, and
as a professional.
right. And as we get older, staying in shape looks different. You know what I mean?
Yes, it
And
do.
it looks different. So some of what you have is great genetics, but it's also actually also hard work. So what's your approach to health and fitness to let you kind of never get too far away?
Well, health is your real wealth.
Hmm.
So that's why also we have not just the new supplement line coming out, but we have the Mayweather Fitness gyms. We have Mayweather Fitness gyms all around the world, actually.
Hmm.
And health is your real wealth. I spoke about that on numerous occasions.
Hmm.
But let's get into the my new supplements.
Hmm.
One of one.
Hmm.
So for so many years, throughout my career, and even at the end of basically when I did retire from competing at the highest level, people continue to ask me, uh, do you guys what vitamins you take, what do you take when you're working out? So you know I got with the right team.
Hmm.
We spent millions of dollars doing research, and now my supplement line is about to launch one of one, because I
Hmm.
feel like a lot of things that I did in the sport, I was a one of one.
What
Yes.
took you to this with supplements and this particular partnership?
Just if you look around the world today, just around the world, a lot of people is not in shape, and people are dying very, very early. People are dying very, very early, and it's all about helping. And if I can help, why not?
Mhm.
I feel like I'm a very, very powerful voice, and I don't just talk about being in good condition. As you can see, I keep a flat stomach. I continue. I work out, and even with my supplements, the same supplements that I'm selling to the world, I'm using myself.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's
So
all about it's all about being clean. That's why the supplements and the products that we have are very, very clean. Like I said, we spent millions of dollars doing research.
yeah. So is there someone like an a active athlete, maybe outside of combat sports, within combat sports, that is also joining in with you at this point,
Oh,
or is that?
really? Um, well, I truly believe in taking one day at a time.
Mhm.
We take one day at a time, and hopefully, the up and coming young new generation can be a part of this movement.
Mhm.
Um, of course, I didn't get to where I got to by myself. I had a
Mhm.
strong, powerful team behind me. So, in due time, everybody will catch on. I
Okay.
truly believe so.
So what do you think? are some of the biggest, I would say, like misconceptions that people have about supplements and fitness products? And
There's a difference. A lot of times, um, these are not enhancement drugs.
right, right,
It's-
right.
a lot of times when you say supplements, uh, certain supplements, they're like, oh man, that's enhancement drugs. No, not at all.
Mhm,
And I've always been a clean athlete.
mhm.
And with just competing at the highest level and constantly winning, you will always hear someone say something negative. Oh, he did this. Oh, he did that. Um, I did everything by the book, stand up, honest guy.
Mhm.
And, I had a great career inside the ring. Now, I want to continue to help people on the outside.
Right.
So I want them to stay in shape, be in great condition. That's why we got the one of one supplements coming soon.
Mhm.
And also, I want the people to get sign up to the Mayweather Boxing Fitness because it's not all. See, Mayweather Boxing Fitness, people think that they're just boxing gyms.
Mhm.
They're fitness gyms that's getting you in shape like a fighter. Because there's no you fight shape is the best. Period.
Mhm.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Fight shape is unbelievable. So
Mhm.
we want everyone to sign up to the Mayweather Boxing Fitness gyms, as well as go out and get the product. You guys deserve nothing but great supplements, and that's what I'm giving to the people. We have the best by far, hands down, around the world. No supplements in the world can match up to one of one.
Okay. Yeah. So the fitness centers or the fitness gyms,
Are not boxing gyms.
they're right. They're fitness gyms, right?
They're fitness gyms
Right.
for
So the
families, for
right.
families all around the world to go to and stay in shape. I've always said health is your real wealth. So we want everybody to sign up to the Mayweather Boxing Fitness gyms now and go get those products right now, one of one.
So where are the gyms located right now? Are
The
they
gyms are located everywhere.
okay?
Today is easy. Grab your cell phone and do your research.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So let's say looking back at like your career, like so obviously besides the 50-0 record
Yes.
and the obviously the wealth and everything that you've been able to accumulate, what would you say is the thing that you're the most proud of?
Um, my defense, being able to retire on my own terms.
Hmm.
So it's not just one thing. I would say it's a few different things. Just
Hmm.
my defense, being able to retire on my own terms. Um, a lot of fighters can barely walk and talk now. You got fighters that's competing right now that's a lot younger than I am,
Hmm.
25, 26 years, 30 years younger than I am, and can barely walk or talk. So defense was very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You know,
always.
just being able to, you know, I got, I'm constantly just every day, just growing in different departments. As, I got the Mayweather Visa, the TMT card that's coming soon, or that could be out right now. I have so many different things that I'm working with, but you guys need to go check it out. The TMT card is is by far the best. I mean, a lot of times people will hear about American Express. American Express is good, but we moving up in the ranks. Everything takes time, and soon everybody gonna catch on. Like I just said, even like with my supplements, because I'm all about giving the people just like me as a fighter.
Hmm.
I'll
Yeah.
push. Um, I didn't get in boxing to be good. I got in boxing to be great. So
Hmm.
if it comes to a credit card, if it comes to a fitness gym, if it comes to supplements, they're great products always.
For
So
sure.
I want to give you some. I want to give everybody something that I am.
Yeah.
You great. You give people great things. So that's what I'm here to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely concur and feel you on as you were talking about the defense and that whole thing. I think you inspired an entire
Mhm.
generation of fighters, even outside of boxing. We see
Yeah.
people like even like Sean Strickland in mixed martial arts adopting your style, and the whole purpose is to take less punishment and to increase longevity. And I
Yes.
felt like you did that as well as any fighter that I have in my generation that I've ever seen, and I've watched you since the Olympics. So that
Yeah,
I definitely 100% feel.
yeah. So I'm constantly, like I said before, I'm constantly every day growing. I'm learning. Have a great team. Um, Even like with my real estate, VadaProperties.com. You guys can go check out uh, my portfolio of all the different properties I'm in that I have, all around America. And just, my advice, to the young generation,
Hmm.
if you do invest in anything, you have to be able to reach your investment in a certain amount of time. When I say reach your investment, that's why when I invest, I try to invest in my country. I try not to invest in another country because the laws may change.
Hmm.
So I know the laws where I live at and where I'm born at.
So is that kind of a thing with like some of the fighters that are working with Turkey Al Sheikh now as they go over to Riyadh and a lot, so a lot of that is investing in the economy there. They're getting
Oh
paid
no,
for.
I never met him. He
Mhm,
seemed like a pretty cool guy.
mhm,
I can't really speak on his situation or speak on another fighter's situation. I'm just telling you my outlook on just my outlook on life, on my investments,
mhm.
and giving the young generation some advice.
Yes, for sure, and obviously your your story is 100% a success story. If people know about like areas in Grand Rapids, and to see where you were, where you came from and where you are now is 100%.
Well, it wasn't just Grand Rapids. I had a chance. My mother, her family is from Jersey, as
Hmm.
well as New York and Florida. So when I was a kid, I would go back and forth. A lot of
Hmm.
times, a lot of time in Jersey, a lot of time in New York. Then I go back to Grand Rapids. So born and raised in Grand Rapids, but I spent a lot of time in Jersey as well as New York when I was young.
Yeah,
Also,
got you. So you talking about career, and I think a lot of that
yes.
does really tie into what you're doing now, and I'm sure there's definitely tie-ins to business because there's probably professional lessons that you learn that tie into that. So you say like, so one of the things I was going to ask you is like you've had some great wins, obviously, in the ring.
Hmm.
What win do you think that you have that you look back on and it feels like the most special of any victory that you had? Maybe it was because of where you were personally as a man at the time, or the opponent, or the situation.
Well, when I think back on my career, it's a few different ones. If it's okay for me to talk about them.
Hundred
So
percent.
okay, so when I had a chance to face Diego Corrales at that particular time, he was undefeated. He was a monster. He was a killer in the sport of boxing.
My
We had a
favorite.
chance,
That's my favorite Floyd fight.
yeah, we had a chance to match up, and what hurt me, why that fight meant so much to me, because at that particular time I had to deal with HBO.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted me to sign a 6-fight deal with HBO,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, just as a human, I want to voice my opinion about the deal, and they wasn't happy that I voiced my opinion about the deal. So they said, we're gonna take the deal off the table. Now, whoever win the fight between you and Diego Corrales will get the deal with HBO. Um, so we ended up fighting. He's a hell of a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He was like I said before, he was a monster at
Yeah.
130, 6 feet, 130, hard puncher, bunch of knockouts, and we both had a bunch of knockouts at that particular time, and
Mm-hmm.
we matched up. And that night I was a better man,
Yeah.
and so that was a great night of boxing for the world, and that was a good. That was a. I feel like that was one of my biggest moments. But also then you look back with I think Arturo Gotti, where
Mm-hmm.
they made me go to his turf,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and they made me the B side, made him the A side.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, they took millions of dollars from me on that fight. Still, nothing could stop me. So that was a big moment for me to go there and and be victorious on his turf and beat him for his title in front of his fans. And may he rest in peace. And also, may Diego Corrales rest in peace, because both of those fighters are no longer here. But
Right.
we will always love both of those fighters. And then we got another fight, the Oscar De La Hoya, breaking the pay-per-view, you know, doing numbers with pay-per-view, breaking the record.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got who else we got? We got Ricky Hatton,
Mm-hmm.
Ricky the Hitman Hatton.
Mm-hmm.
He came over. He was another undefeated, you know, guy that came over to America
Mm-hmm.
to display his talent, to display his skills against my skills. And I was the better man. He was another tough competitor. Me and Canelo was able to, you know, lock up and do record breaking numbers. And
Mm-hmm.
then I think that Conor McGregor was good just so we could show just with just that's when we broke the mold where we said, you know what, MMA and boxing really can come together, and that opened up the floodgate for the YouTubers and everybody to get involved in the sport of boxing. So, you know, everything played a major role. I don't know how many I just named right there. Could have been six, could have been
Yeah.
six, 5 or 6. But like I said before, I had a tremendous career.
Yeah, man. And as a matter of fact, I actually understand why you named every one of those, and it's like for different reasons. The Corrals fight was.
And I left the main one out, which was the Manny Pacquiao. And
Yeah,
then a lot
yeah.
of
I mean, yeah. I get it.
and a lot of people
It's
say,
you know.
and even like with the Manny Pacquiao, everybody was saying, like a lot of times people always have their opinion. They're going to always have an opinion about me.
Mhm.
But when I look back on my career, as long as I did things the way I wanted to do things,
Yeah.
and as long as I'm happy at the end of the day. So a lot of times when we make certain decisions in life, we have to be happy. So I'm happy with the decisions that I made in my
Mhm.
career.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you, man. Like one of the things I think you said there about with the fight with McGregor was you did open up the door for all of these crossover fights that a lot of people are having now that
Yes.
almost
And they
kind
had
of
something, remember they had something to say at that
yeah.
particular time. They had something to say, but now
Oh yeah, I
everybody's,
remember.
yes.
I remember. And then even after that, you fought Logan Paul before it was, in the exhibition before it really hadn't really kicked off yet either. And
Yes.
then that was just another step in it. And the Ricky Hatton fight, the check left hook in the corner is, I show people that if they haven't seen that all the time, like, have you seen that check left hook, Jeff? Check left hook in the corner, it's nasty. So I understand for each reason why you named those fights for sure. Now you fought, despite what a lot of people would say. I'm not one of the people that says this. I feel like you fought everybody there was to fight in your time period. Um, is there somebody that you did not fight that you kind of wish you had fought this person and why?
Um, you know, my career went like it went. So if God wanted me to fight somebody, I would have fought whoever God wanted me to fight.
Mm-hmm.
God chose the fighters that He wanted me to fight. You know, even like when you look back on my career, you have to say, you know, I beat more Hall of Famers than anyone else in the sport of boxing. Not knocking no one else. I'm just telling you about the things that I've done in my career.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. I wondered though because there's fighters that come and go, and I remember when everybody was
Um,
pushing
you know,
Antonio Margarito. I remember that everybody was
he was
pushing
cheating. Yeah,
Margarito, and
yeah, the
and
guy
then
that
we
was cheating,
found out he wrapping his
beating up
glove.
fighters, beating up, yeah, beating fighters up with a cast in his glove.
Yeah,
Of course,
so it's
yes.
like this is how that ends up going. So
And like I
but
said before, God didn't want that to happen to me, so it didn't happen.
yeah, yeah. I kind of have a feeling he might have had a hard time touching you anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But there was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time,
Mhm.
one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't,
Yes, I
people
know
you
what you. I know where you're going with this.
yeah. And so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terrence's wife. What
I
like
think.
in your mind, where because obviously like you've been in this sport you
I think
forever.
Terrence. I think Terrence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now.
Mhm.
Um, it's good to see him in his position, in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen, and there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. That's just my opinion. We all entitled to our opinion, and I think just in the sport of boxing right now, I think we need to start sticking more together.
Mhm.
You know, pushing each other to be great instead of arguing on social media. That's just my opinion. And push each other in a positive way. And I found myself in the past, the younger Floyd Mayweather, going back and forth on the internet with different people. But I'm in a better place in my life right now.
Mhm.
I couldn't ask to be in a better place. So the old Floyd Mayweather, when I used to go back and forth with people on social media, I don't do that anymore because I'm truly, truly blessed, way beyond belief. What's important to me right now is my real estate,
Mhm.
my family,
Yeah.
uh, different things I'm involved with. It's all about uh, helping kids, the new generation, surpass Floyd Mayweather and be a better Floyd Mayweather.
Mhm.
So everything that I did, you know, uh, in the past, if it was something negative, I apologize. And you know, Terence Crawford, continue to be great, continue to do you, continue to love your family, and all fighters. I want to see all fighters do good in the sport of boxing.
Yeah, man. I'm be honest, Floyd. That's really dope. The like to hear you kind of grown man in that situation. I really, that's actually kind of dope because and also acknowledging that a time in your life and your career when you were younger, you talk
Yeah,
different, and sometimes it went that way,
absolutely. Well,
but
I think I feel like when you, I mean, as you get older,
yep.
you have to look at things in a different way.
Hmm.
My son this year is 26 years old. So in four
Hmm.
years, my son will be 30. Then my daughter will be 29 in the 4 years. So I have, grandchildren. So the same thing I was doing 10 years ago, I can't be doing now. Even 5 years ago, I can't be doing now.
Hmm.
It's all about growth, and I'm growing every day.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, man. That's really, I appreciate that for sure. I hope other people do. My last question for you is this: there's a boxing video game just came out, Undisputed. What came
Yes.
out in October?
Uh-huh.
What would it take to get you added to that game? Or is there another game out there that you are potentially already going to be added to? Like, what would it take? Because you already know that if you get added
I
to
was
the
like,
game, you're going to be the highest DLC.
it's possible. It's possible. I just need everybody to sit back, buckle your seatbelt, because I may be on the next game.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All
everything
right.
everything takes time.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
can
sir.
we communicate, and everything takes time.
All right. All right. All right. Well, man, I appreciate your
Thank you.
time, man. Absolutely. And so again, and I'm gonna make sure that I have the link to one of one
Yeah,
in
the
the
links.
T.
I want you to have the link to 101
Mm-hmm.
Mayweather Fitness,
Yep.
um, my TMT Visa card.
Yes, sir.
What else? VitaProperties.com.
Yep.
We already talked about Mayweather Fitness. People, I got a team talking to me in different places.
Hey, I understand, man. It's a
I
business.
just want
Go
to
on,
make sure that I touch everywhere.
conduct your business, brother.
So yeah, and if you're an adult,
Yeah.
you come to Vegas, come see me at my Gentlemen's Club. And if you like
Mhm.
to skate, when you come to Vegas, come check us out at Skate Rock City.
All right. I
All right.
appreciate it, Floyd. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for your time, and hopefully we get an opportunity to chop it up again.
Unanimous decision.
Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All
I
right.
appreciate you.
All right. Thank you.